The rain is lifting. How can the rain lift? I mean, I can pretty well figure out that the fog or mist or smog, etc. lifts, i.e. disappears or disperses by or as if by rising, but the rain lifting sounds like it's swallowing itself back up into the clouds, sort of in the same way as the rain sequence from a movie that would be playing backward. Or is it a natural meteorological process involving vapor that is described here? In addition, what other weather events aside from the rain, fog, smog, etc. lift, that is, go away until none is left? For example, does a snowfall, thunderstorm, hurricane, or hailstorm lift? Lift. Intra, to disappear or disperse by or as if by rising, by afternoon the smog had lifted. B. To stop temporarily, the rain lifted by morning. American Heritage Dictionary.
According to the definition of lift in Cambridge Dictionary, it actually makes sense. Lift or go away until none is left.
According to the OED, to lift referring to rain means to cease temporarily in aim, probably by analogy with other weather phenomena, fog, etc. To lift of clouds, fog, etc. to rise and disperse. Also, U.S. of rain, to cease temporarily. Usage examples. 1834 M. Scott Cruise Mitch 6. 1842, 102 The clouds lifted from the eastern horizon majestically slow. 1858 Fruit hissed. In 349 One morning when the darkness lifted, 60 strange sail were found at anchor in the downs. 1870 E. Peacock Ralph skull. 2. 178 The thick fog had lifted. 1901 Figure 1897 M. Kingsley W. Africa 232 My headache soon lifted.
I don't think the OED citations apply. I think lift in this case is probably more to do with rain's intensity described as heavy and light, therefore, the rain is lifting means becoming less severe. The support for the above references is that, in my opinion rarely used, when the rain is completely gone one can say, the rain has lifted.
This meaning of lift, the range of meaning that includes a rain lifting, is part of a much larger montage or, if only we knew enough to see the connectedness of the whole tapestry of meaning that might be said to explain any one use. The range of meaning that includes rain lifting also includes all atmospheric phenomena that increase visibility as they cease. Darkness itself lifts, as does snow, hail, fog, smog, etc. So also are curtains and drapes lifted, when in fact they may only be moved aside. The continued application of lift to describe the cessation of atmospheric phenomena that increase visibility as they decrease testifies to the primacy of appearance as a driver of meaning. So, we say, the rain lifted, for much the same reason that solstice, from sol sun, plus participial stem of sistere to stand still, OED online, is called the solstice. On that day, to an observer from the limited perspective of Earth, the sun appears to stand still. The rain that lifts does appear to vanish into the gradually revealed sky, and an Old Norse word meaning sky, Old Norse lopt air, sky equals lift and point one, opsit, is a source of the first attested uses of lift in English. In those uses the original meaning of lift, that is, the air, atmosphere, sky, a sense now mostly obsolete, is preserved. Lift, and point one. OBS EXCSC and poet. The sky, upper regions, in early use also, the air, atmosphere. Also PL, the 7 heavens. OE Beowulf 2832 Nows efter liftlessende werf. C 1000 Sachs leached. 2. 146 Romainham, Werten ear hus for re-lift Wilm and amp, eagerness. OE Maxims 239 Fugilup seal lacken on lift. C 1175 Lamb. Ham. 79 of E uses i.e. Weitera and fuels i.e. Luft. The foregoing explanation, while complete in itself, discounts the Virga effect by relegating it to a secondary role in the continued use of lift to describe the lifting of rain. This is because, while the Virga effect applies to rain, it does not apply equally to darkness lifting, or the lifting of hail, sleet, or other atmospheric phenomena. The Virga effect does, however, apply uniquely to rain, and may partly explain the continued use of lift to describe the cessation of rain. Simply, the Virga effect, and Virga itself, names this phenomenon. Virga, N. 2. Meteorol. Streaks of precipitation that appear to be attached to the undersurface of a cloud and usually evaporate before reaching the ground. Raindrops, as it happens, start large in the clouds but, due to evaporation, diminish as they fall, and especially so in dry air. The raindrops also disperse as they fall, and so many rain showers appear lighter at the lower levels than the upper levels when viewed from a distance. In very dry air, it is common to be able to see in the distance a rain shower that vanishes altogether before reaching the ground. As such a shower gradually shrinks and ceases, then, the rain appears to lift into the cloud that produced it, disappearing from the bottom up, rather than the top down.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.